What I tell my staff and what I say to the customers is that come in and we'll show you how to use them. It's really important, I think, to show them both self-service devices, but also to meet the staff and engage with the staff so that they feel comfortable both with the self-service devices but also with the staff that they're going to meet on a daily basis. For example, we had a customer recently moved over from AIB. The director was all on board for the new business coming to Bank of Ireland, which we were very delighted with. But something we failed to discuss, I suppose, in the meeting, and it's a learning curve for us, was the person doing the lodgement wasn't actually the owner of the business. So this person was quite daunted by the self-service options that we had in the devices within the branches. So what we did was we arranged a meeting for her to come into the branch. She met with all the key staff, particularly the person that would be on the floor or the key people on the floor, and the different areas within the branch and the different options open to her. We went through them with her. We explained to her that there would be someone always on the floor to show her. And initially what she was saying, well, they'll always have to show me because I'm never going to get used to this. Lo and behold, a few weeks later, that person is now saying, hi Fintan, I actually don't need you today. I know how to do it myself. The other benefits that we discuss with our customers is the options and the benefits that the self-service devices have. For example, you now get a receipt, not just with the printout, but a printout actually of the cheque. So if they're making cheque lodgements, particularly for businesses, it's really important that they can see the cheques and the printouts, who they came from. The other thing is it's more economical, so the self-service device gives them that option. Our fee structure is now more transparent and gives customer the option whether to go over the counter or use the self-service. But given that the self-service device is more economical for their business, it's a better way for them to bank, where they can use lodgement machines on our ATM devices outside of hours when the branch is closed, which I think is a key thing for customers, because one thing particularly business would say to us, well, your doors are only open between 10 to 4. So it's a really positive move for the customer, and it also gets them maybe moving towards the machines sooner rather than given the option of going over the counter, because they have the option then to use it on a Saturday and Sunday when their businesses are open.
Okay, let me know what you're doing today and I'm going to help you. I'm going to make sure that we look after you today. And from my experience, once you give them that reassurance that you're not forcing something upon them, that you're not using bank jargon, that you're actually there to help them, they immediately begin to open up to you. He was with my colleague, the customer service manager, about maybe 2 weeks ago, and he had come in and he went straight past the self-service, did not want to go near them. The welcome advisor had intercepted him very nicely and said, can I help you today? He says, no, I don't want to go there. And he was making a beeline towards the counter cash. And we knew what was going to happen there. He was more than likely going to be turned back. So what the customer service manager did, she went over to him and she said, I wonder, can I help you to complete your transaction quickly today? And he says, well, if you can, that'll be great. Look at this queue that's here. So she said, if you come with me. No, I don't want to go there, he said. And she said, will you just give me 1 minute of your time? And if you still don't like it, that's fine. But I just want to show you just how easy and quick it is. So anyway, reluctantly, he went over. She showed him how it was done. And slightly begrudgingly, he said, yeah, I can see, yeah, it does, yeah. And is that gone into the account now? Yes, immediately. So that's the same as what that girl does up there at the counter. The very same, only faster. You don't have to queue. And she also went on to say that we're about to have it that our external ATM will have the same facility of where we can make that lodgement. We're constantly trying to see how we can make our accessibility for our self-service and for ourselves easier for our customers to use. I was one day covering the floor and I noticed that this lady, now she wasn't elderly, but she had come in to do a lodgement, and we had 3 machines, 3 of them available, but she went to the smallest, farthest one. And she said, no, she says, that one down there has a shelf with it, she said, the rest don't. So I really knew then that, look, we were providing a service, but it wasn't as good as it could be. So in conjunction with Age Friendly, we have now put in some nice changes. We have it now that in our 365 terminal pods, that there's more desk space there, so they can put down their notes, they can actually talk on the phone, they can use the terminal, and there's more space. And thankfully we now have our shelves in and we have our hooks. And we're also in a position to provide tea and coffee as well. We're so proud of our Active Age plaque that we now have up on the wall, which actually reinforces the changes that we have made and will continue to make in our branch.